losing some guys to the portal. What are you looking forward to reestablish? What position groups are you hunting in the transfer portal?
I wish you guys do a little more homework when you start talking about the portal and understand what we're losing. What are we losing? I got time today. What are we losing?
Potential starters and
Potential.
Depth.
Where?
tight end, running back.
You haven't been watching practice, huh? Amen. We good. We're good. I trust the recruiting team. I trust our coaches. And please have some faith in me. We good.
Adam, my God, thank you for coming on, Adam Munsterteiger. We're going to get straight into it. I've talked to Coach Prime this week. I know you've been at practice pretty much throughout the whole spring. He says, don't worry. What does he know that the people at large don't know?
Well, everybody should know that every transfer window there's been since Coach Prime took over in Boulder, the Buffaloes have gotten better. And so I think that's a little bit where the frustration comes in, because especially early in those transfer windows, you're going to see the outgoing guys and then you fill it back up. And that process takes a little bit longer. So there's kind of this reaction, and certainly you'd like to have Dylan Edwards in this program. I think you'd like to have Shimon Mateer at tight end in this program. Savion Washington at tackle would be a nice depth piece. But what he was saying there is pretty true in the sense of I've proven now in the previous 3 transfer windows that this recruiting staff that I've assembled is going to get this roster better overall. And so just give it a minute to take a deep breath.
Adam, on Monday, the Colorado Buffaloes received a commitment from former 2022 4-star Dylan Hayden at the running back position. How much did his commitment kind of make some of the other guys like Wilkerson and Edwards potentially want to go in the portal?
I think it might have had a little bit more to do with Wilkerson, because he was probably not going to be the starter anyway, and is somebody that was maybe on the outside looking in. We even saw after their pass scrimmage this past Saturday, Charlie Offerdahl was anointed the number 2 running back. He's a walk-on. And so I think a little bit more with Wilkerson, but you see there's no bad blood between Coach Prime. He sent kind of a congratulatory tweet to him after he transferred. With Dylan Edwards, I think this has been in the works a little bit with NIL and some of the other opportunities. Now, tampering is something that's happened across the board in college football recruiting right now. And so I'm pretty sure he hopped in the portal knowing that there was another opportunity out there that would pay in that sense. And he's a real playmaker, maybe not a 4-down back, but somebody that is one of those. Like if you talk about top playmakers in space in college football, Dylan Edwards is part of that conversation. And so that's definitely not a good defection, but also one as Colorado kind of fills in the gap with a Dylan Hayden. And it sounds like Amos from Rashad Amos from Miami of Ohio is most likely to transfer to Colorado at the running back position as well.
Spring game this weekend, sellout crowd expecting again, a lot of activities going around the University of Colorado. Who are some of the recruits on campus and transfers that the University of Colorado will hope to have as visitors this weekend?
Yeah, unfortunately, the forecast is not cooperating with the spring game. It sounds like it's going to be low 40s, rain throughout the spring game. So it's almost worse than last year when they had snow, because the snow doesn't quite stick to you the same way that the rain does. But yeah, they're going to have Zach Owens, an offensive line transfer from Clemson, on campus. I mentioned Rashad Amos. I think that would be an important get at the running back position with Dylan Edwards and Savion Wilkerson moving on to fortify the depth there. In Michigan State defensive line transfer, Derek Harmon is a guy that you can plug in at nose tackle. He can take up both of those A gaps, and he's not going to be a big stat getter, but would be something that would really help this defense. And it will allow guys like Shane Cokes to play a little bit more free in a different technique.
Adam, I'm gonna tell you what. When I was at the spring game a year ago, it was snowing, so it couldn't be much colder, and the weather couldn't be much different than that. And everybody still had a great time. Adam, thanks for joining us. We appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Guys, make sure for more Colorado coverage, visit buffstampede.com for the latest on Buffs football and recruiting.